I can't believe it. Nintendo finally has a successor to Wii Sports on the Nintendo Switch. Oh boy, I can't wait till it comes out in April of last year. Wow. I am so late with this review, it's not even funny. It should be so fun playing these 7 sports. Well, that's less than Wii Sports Resort. Well, at least the game is... Oh no. That Metacritic score is just so bad. Well, the only opinion here that actually matters is mine, since it's my review and all that. And this game is pretty bad.
For self-improvement, crafts, and fitness games, go ahead and turn on YouTube and watch Jack.
I will make many different references to the original Wii Sports, so watch my original review of that game on this channel. I'll link to it below. Seriously, watch it. It's a great one. Nintendo Switch Sports starts off strong with an incredibly polished menu showing off the 3 main options of the game. First is online play, which is the game's big draw. You can play online with people all across the world and unlock different uniforms to customize your character. Yeah, you can't do that in single player, which I'll get to later. Second, there is a local option to play with people in the same room. Lastly, there's the option to play online with your friend codes. So far, so good, right? Well, right off the bat, we're going to see the problem here. There's not any other options for single player. You know, the original trailer showed off this big mall area where they had all these different sports. Surely they must have like some little content here for single player, right? Wrong. Nintendo Switch Sports is unique in Nintendo's discography, being that it's only online-focused game with basically no single-player content. It has less single-player content than even the original Wii Sports that came for free on the Nintendo Wii for North Americans. I know European people, you gotta pay for it, but you guys don't matter. I'm talking about us Americans. That leveling system that increased the difficulty each time you played the game, that's gone. Ranking your fitness level with the mini games and different challenges, gone. The mini games and challenges themselves in general, gonzo. Please, Jack, please, I hear you guys saying, please tell me that there's the 100-pin bowling. That 100-pin bowling was the GOAT of the original game. Well, it's gone. I am bringing this up as a major complaint for this game and why it truly deserves that low Metacritic score. It's an incredibly baffling decision that has caused me to rage quit playing this game for the 30 days. In fact, here's my chart. You can see that for the last week of playing it, I wrote off that this game sucks. I barely even played the game for the 25 minutes limit because I was so damn bored and just so sick of the lack of any content. Now that I got that lack of content out of the way, we can talk about the rest of the game. Once you pick your mode, then you can choose your sport from this little homepage. By the way, little facts about the area and like the open shops within them pop up on the loading screen. It would have been so cool and so nice to be able to like explore it like you could with like EA Playground. But you know, why have fun? Like I said, there are 7 sports that come with the game. Those are volleyball, soccer, badminton, chambaramba or sword fighting, I completely butchered that name, bowling, tennis, and golf. Let's take a deep dive on each of these sports directly. Volleyball will have you hit the ball back and forth to spike it on either side of the court. You do that by serving it to the other side and then setting and spiking the ball. You want to time your hits perfectly to spike it over to them as hard as possible. It's a really bad sport choice for this collection. Nintendo Switch Sports is supposed to be stripped down versions of these sports, and volleyball is already kind of a boring sport as is. Sure, you can move left and right in this game, which is way more than what you can do with the other games. But it's still really boring to play. There's just not enough gameplay here for me to chew on. Have the ability to walk around, do a little bit more motions. There's just not enough content in this collection and this sport and this collection in general. Soccer is actually a pretty fun and unique take on the game. The ball and the goals are giant, so you kick it around kind of like Rocket League. It also is the only game that utilizes the leg strap accessory that comes with it if you purchase the game in stores. Or, if you own Ring Fit Adventure like I do. Why package this accessory for just one single sport? Well, it's because Nintendo rushed this game and probably had ideas for other sports, but why spend effort? You can actually walk around this game, you get the joystick, jump with a flick of a wrist, and then you kick your leg physically to kick the ball. It's a super fun time, and there's alternatives. For instance, you can run automatically or just flick the controller to kick. It is probably the second best sport next to bowling. Again, with this sport, I feel like it could be fleshed out a little more. Have more field types and like a fun mode with various items you can pick up. I feel like the sports in this are just like a little snack when I am starving for a full course meal here. Especially since, they're charging $50 on this for retail. Next up is badminton, which is a 1v1 version of tennis. You smack the shuttlecock back and forth until it lands on either person's side. It sucks. There are different types of hits, but who cares? It all acts the same. Literally, this is exactly the same play as tennis. Their character also moves for you, so there's not really a lot of strategy to it. The mechanics are exactly the same as tennis, which is why it's in the collection in the first place. It's an easy thing to develop and ship out with the game. It's also incredibly easy to get a non-stop rally between two players due to the complete lack of strategy in this game. It's honestly the worst sport in the package. Chambara, or sword fighting, I'm still not sure I'm saying that word right, is a fun one for a little while. In it, you choose your type of sword and try and swing your opponent off the platform. You can pick between a single blade, double blade, or a charging sword, which, if they hit it against it, it'll charge up and you can do a mega attack, push them back. You can block by holding the trigger and rotating your arm around to break the guard by swinging in parallel to your opponent's sword. I really liked this sport in the beginning, but it grew tiresome very fast. Sword fighting was actually my favorite sport in the original Wii Sports Resort, but, without the game having any type of leveling system, it really feels kind of pointless. Just saying that, it feels like that for playing the rest of the game as well. Sure, in the beginning you can pick a CPU level, but once you win on the hardest level, then there's nothing else you can do. And the hardest level is kind of easy to beat too. So, in fact, it's just not as fun as the Wii Sports Resort version, probably due to the fact that you don't feel any reward for playing. There's no next part to it. It's just like, I won. I'm done. Bowling is back and I am so happy. It feels amazing rolling the ball down the lanes. In the online mode, there's this cool elimination type mode that you get knocked out if you have the lowest score. It's a cool mode that I wish was included in the local play version. They even kept the special mode where you must dodge walls and different holes in the lanes. Bowling was my absolute favorite mode in the original Wii Sports, and it still reigns supreme. My one issue is that I want maybe something new for it. The elimination mode is fun, but having that and maybe kind of a special mode where you can throw it and kind of control the ball would be pretty fun. But as is, this is probably the best sport in the game. If I wanted to play this, I could just pick up the original Wii Sports, for super cheap, like $1 on eBay, not spend $50 to play this one thing. Tennis is the 4-player version of badminton. It plays like the Wii Sports version, and I don't care about it. There is nothing new with it, so watch my Wii Sports Resort review. It needs more depth, but we're in the kiddie pool, baby. Lastly, the final sport in this, and one that came from an update earlier, is golf. In the online mode for this sport, you have that cool elimination mode, like in bowling. Whoever gets into the hole first gets the most points, so on and so forth. It's super fun. I also wish that this was also a mode in the 4-player mode, but why have options? The courses in this are the exact same one in Wii Sports. There is not a single new course in this game. The Wii Sports one is already based on the NES golf game, which is also a part of Clubhouse Games. Can they not just come up with a new golf course? It's just impossible. They're like, why would we do that? We could just not put any effort into development. Also, golf is my least favorite sport in the original game, which carries over here. Golf in general is a useless and boring sport. Y'all can fight me on that. I guarantee I win. I'm sorry if I sound lethargic in this review. This game honestly just frickin' broke me. There's just nothing in this game that made me happy or excited. For $50, you get a prettier version of the game you got to play as a kid, which is what I would want if it was like a remaster. It isn't though. It's actually less than what I got for free in 2006. Sure, there's online play and stuff like that, but it's not that interesting. Yeah, you can create your own character, but you can only unlock these outfits if you play the online mode. There is a kicking mode that tries to justify the inclusion of leg strap, but it's not that fun. To quote the previous Nintendo President of America, if it's not fun, why bother? And that's how I feel about this game. I've played some absolutely horrible games as a fitness game reviewer, but I have never been more disappointed. In a year since release, they brought us an unchanged mode from almost 20 years ago and various custom updates that no one truly cares about, and you can only unlock by playing online and buying that Nintendo Online subscription. Great. Glad I can spend more money on this. Between this and Just Dance 2023, I can say that the era of fitness games is over. Our only hope is on Fitness Boxing Fist of the North Star. Let's hope that game's good. So guys, thank you so much for watching me complain for 15 minutes. If you like this video, then please give it a massive thumbs up. If you want to argue with me in the comments below, we can do so. I guarantee you there's some people who are like, I love Nintendo Switch Sports. And I'll be like, it's worse than the Wii version. You can check the reviews and it says the same thing. And plus the Wii Sports is free. Come on. But, whatever. Please also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content. I put out new videos every single Friday. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TrueJackJank. Visit my website at jack-jenkins.com. Lastly, have an amazing day, everyone. All you guys watching are just so incredibly amazing.